Hey. Welcome to a brand new day. This is Ramon's Zone of Genius show. Glad you're here with me today. Brand new show, whether you're watching me live today as we do it live on, I think it's Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday, November the 8th. We got a great show in store for you. Glad you're here on Instagram, The Strategy Lady. Glad you're here on the platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and more. My name is Ramon Ray, and you're in for a great show today where we do one thing and one thing alone, help you learn how to grow your business or have a better personal life. So hang on, buckle up, because today is the day where we help you grow your business. Let's get started right now. You're here. My name is Ramon Ray. Welcome to the Zone of Genius show. Thank you for being here. If you're joining me here, type your name in the chat so I can see your name and not just your profile on the IG side. We got people joining in from all over. The net is buckled in on the LinkedIn side, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. We got all the platforms streaming live. Glad you're here today. My name is Ramon Ray. Again, we bring you this amazing content. I hope it's amazing Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Glad you're joining me on IG. And if you want to see other parts of the show, definitely see it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube. So glad you're here. Terrence is here as well. Terrence, so glad you're here. And those who want to join me for the live show, simply send me an email, ramon@ramonray.com. At about 10:30, give or take, I open up the floor and bring on guests as well. So about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So let's jump into the show, shall we? Thank you for joining me, Andrew. Thanks for joining me, Define Motion, I believe it is. Thank you for joining me, Jonathan. If you want to type your name in the chat as well, I can see you better on the IG side. That screen's a little teeny bit small, so hard to see, but let's dive right in to today's show. I always like to open the show up. I like to open the show up with a core aspect of business. And I want to remind you a few things. Be clear on what you really want in business and life. Be clear on what you really want. Hey, Cammie, thanks for joining. Be clear on what you really want. Ask yourself, do you really want to be in business? Ask yourself this. Understand there's no music, there's no soundtrack in life or business. There's no commercial break like there is on Shark Tank. No, this is real life. Maybe your mother told you you're fat. Your daddy told you you can fail. Your uncle said you can't do it. You got beat up in school, bullied in school. You got to let go of that and move forward, or it's only going to stop you from being the success you can, who God wants you to be. Ask yourself this question. Are you hungry enough? Many of you are not hungry enough. Think about that right now. Are you hungry enough? If you believe you're hungry enough, if you got that lion heart mentality, put lion in the chat. Put lion in the chat if you know you got that lion heart mentality. Put lion in the chat if you know you're hungry enough. What's up, Kami? Put lion in the chat if you know you got that lion heart. Are you hungry enough? Because some of you don't have that. Some of you don't have that lion heart. Some of you are not hungry enough. That's why you are hungry, because you're not hungry enough. Creative said, yes, they are hungry. Love it, love it, love it. So ask yourself that question. Are you hungry enough? Understand the fundamentals of business. It doesn't change. Mindset for business. Understand who you're serving. All the things. Understanding marketing and sales. Understanding the principle of follow-up. Systems and processes that you have to have. I love that emoji. Kamiko Lace. People and team. This is important. The fundamentals of business don't change. Thank you, Danette. Danette's like, yeah, it doesn't change. Prices and premium. Are your prices right? Are you selling cheap because you're afraid that no one will buy? Or are you selling at a premium, as my friend Seth Godin teaches us, most small businesses, we should be selling premium. Ask yourself, what do you do best? What do you do best? What do you rock it? If you're hearing the sound of my voice right now and enjoying this, we haven't even started the show yet. Share this out. Take a screenshot, share it out, tag me. Let people know you're watching the Zone of Genius show with Ramon Ray, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. My name is Ramon Ray, publisher of zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com. Ask yourself, what do you do best? And I hope y'all join me at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards coming up here in New York City. Zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com. You'll see the awards right on the homepage, or zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. Join me. Those of you joining on Instagram, type your name in. Let me know who you are so I can see your full name and I can shout you out. Join me at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards live in New York City coming up here April 18th. Seth Godin and others will be there. Sign up. Zoneofgenius.com/awards. Just go to zoneofgenius.com and see if that's for you. And it should be for you. Don't forget, next week is our challenge. Podcast creation, email marketing, social media marketing. We're going to be there and help you grow your business. So I want to see you there for our challenge. Deanna Cotton says, good morning, Ray. It's going to be a great day. You're right, Deanna. Good morning, Ramon. Deanna, it is going to be a great day because you're here. That's part of the reason why it's a great day, because you're here. Deanna Cotton's here. Check out what she does to help businesses grow. Deanna is on fire. Deanna, glad you're here. Thanks for being here today with me. All right, let's jump into our show today. Are y'all ready? Let's go. We got some beautiful, amazing content for you today. As we begin to usher into our next, we got new voices is here. We got Daphne's here. L'intellectual's here. The best is here and more. So let's get into our topic. Ding, 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 ding. Tip number 1, mastering your calendar and tasks. And those who want to join me live at about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 at about 30 into the hour. Middle of the hour, we'll be joining. You can join me on stage here as well. If you have my email me and I will send you a link for the show. Or if you want to join me on IG, just put a little, I want to join, put the little button that says join Ramon, and we'll do that in about 20 minutes or so. Mastering your calendar and tasks. Productivity is so important for business owners, but it's not easy to do. You have to prioritize. What do you do first? What do you do second? Then you got your baby, you got your wife, you got your husband, you got the car, you got the oil change, you got to clean your carpet, you got Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, you got watching some of the news of the day. If you do, all of these things happen. And then you got to grow the business, you got to wash clothes, you got to use the bathroom. Life goes on. So how do you manage your task? Mastering your calendar and task is so important. And this is some insight that came out from our friends here. I believe it was Inc. Angela Ruth wrote that, I believe it was. Achieving task mastery with strategic calendar use. My friend Justin Conoco talks about this quite a bit. Deanna's like, yes. And a few things that article talked about. Choose the right calendar. Calendar blocking, prioritization, the power of automation, managing your time. We know these things, but it's so important. And you can go to zoneofgenius.com and type in time management, zoneofgenius.com, type in time management, and join our email newsletter. And Danette, if you're with us, feel free to join us again, Danette, at the 30 of the hour. Deanna's chiming in here, like going to the bathroom. Exactly, Deanna. Before I did this show, I rushed up to use the bathroom. I had to take time for that. So it has to be a plan. It has to be something that we want to do, something that we do strategically. It can't just do it. Can't just have it done. You got to take the time to do it. You got to be strategic with it. This is important or it will not happen. Or do you have the right calendar system? I use Google Calendar. Some of you could use Microsoft Outlook. Are you calendar blocking? I learned this from my project manager, Jamie Freyer, the aspect of calendar blocking. How many of you do calendar blocking? If you don't do it, you should start to do calendar blocking. Calendar blocking. Google it right now. Look it up. Go to zoneofgenius.com. Type the name calendar blocking. Oh, I love this. Hope times in. What I do best, I connect with amazing people who want to know their truth so they can create the life of their deepest desires. And some people, Hope, they don't want to know the truth, do they? Hope, email me and let me know, or DM me if you can, Hope, even on LinkedIn, and I will send you a link to join me at 20 minutes, 10:30. I'd love to hear more about this, Hope, if you can, and remind me of that. Automation, the power of automation. Many of you use Calendly, and that's great. Automizing your calendar so you can self-prioritize different types of automation in your calendar systems. And overall, the aspect, dear people, is we have to learn to manage our time. If you can't manage your time, you can't manage your life. If you can't manage your life, you can't manage your time. End of story. And I love that. The vid apt says trained by John Maxwell. So this is important. Deanna's saying yes. She does that for major projects. It's so important. So we have to manage our time. Ding, 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 ding. Up next, talking about toxic. Ooh, should I go there? Toxic team members. How many of you have been around team members in your company that were toxic? Type the word toxic in the chat. If you've been around people who were toxic, people you know you shouldn't have on your team, know you shouldn't have in your company, you probably shouldn't have hired them anywhere. Anybody been around toxic people? You know they shouldn't be on your team, but you still have them. You still have them, and they're hurting you. They're hurting your team. They're draining your time. They're draining your energy. You need to let them go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You need to let them go. Toxic team members will drag you down. They will do it. You got to let them go. Hope's like, yeah, she's been around toxic team members before. It's not good. Danette's like, yeah, she's been around toxic team members. It's not good. If you know you need help with this and you can share this, take a screenshot, share this to others. Let people know right now. Share this out. No more toxic team members. It's a drain. It's a drain. It's a drain. So these, again, comes from our friends at Chief Executive. They had this, and here I'm going to read what they say here. Here's what Chief Executive says about toxic team members. It takes only one person to ruin a team by being negative and intentionally convincing others to join in the negativity, people. Yes, one person I know says this article in Chief Executive was incredibly negative. He spent all his time suggesting that his CEO was wrong about how their sales team should sell. This toxic person caused several of the team to quit, even though he stayed. Toxic people are no good. No good for the team, no good for you, no good for other people. And dear leaders, you are doing a disservice to your team by keeping toxic team members on your team. Deanna chimes in here and says, I do not have anyone of toxic caliber on my team. Deanna's like, nope, give them the boot. Don't even hire them. But I work with a number of companies dealing with this. Yes, Deanna, it's a real thing. Toxic team members is a real thing. So we need to do better with this, people. Better with this. Ding, 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 ding. Our next point coming up here. Diedrich, what's up, Diedrich? I hope we are well in our health challenge. Free. This is interesting. Pause. Free sounds good. Free sounds good. Thank you, Deanna. Free sounds good. And there are some models that work on a free business model. But you'll learn free doesn't always work. I have here in the visuals on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can see that there if you're watching me. And this story has been told many times. There was a business owner who learned that free didn't work. They had a freemium model where they were giving things away, but here's what they say. Then we took a fresh look at our retention cohorts. The retention was horrendous. The retention, yes. Diedrich, I'm practicing 3 times a day, Diedrich. I'm going to the gym 3 times a day. I'm practicing doing the marathon. Yesterday, Diedrich, I did 7 miles. Woo! And you may have seen my story, Diedrich, with me having Mrs. Smith's apple pie. I did it with apple pie in the oven, Diedrich. Yes, lots of people created accounts, lots of people created spreadsheets, but 30% fewer users stuck around after 8 weeks. They never got the punchline. So I'm not saying free is bad. I'm not saying you should never do free, but I am saying be careful. Free, there is a model with it, but it's not so good. It's not so good. Wow, my 3 boys are training for a triathlon. Whoa, I love that. The VDUP. So free is not good. Ding, 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 ding. Our next point here. Did you know? Let me give you a tip about DoorDash. Deanna Cotton, I got your email. I'm going to send you a link. Deanna raised her hand and said, Ramon, I'm going to join you before I give you this tip about DoorDash. Deanna, check your email box. We're going to come up in about 15 minutes or so, Deanna, but I will see you in the back room, Deanna, and you can join me live here. Anybody else, especially if you have my email's easier for me because then I can reply to you by email. But if you sent me a LinkedIn, I will get that via email and I'll reply to you well. But if you know how to reach me, DM me, let me know that you want to join me and I'll bring you up. Or if you want to join me on Instagram, let me know as well. In about 15 minutes, I'll bring you up here as well. So DoorDash, here's the secret tip. Come in close, come in close, come in close. Yeah, so hit the little link that you want to join us. No problem at all. Come in close. VitaPod. And VitaPod, what's your name? Oh, Vanessa. So DoorDash, the bottom line is, did you know, come in close. Did you know that the delivery people on DoorDash can see how much you're tipping them or not? I didn't know it. And they can decide to prioritize your delivery or not. So there you have it. Next time you order on DoorDash or maybe even other delivery services, they can see who's tipping and who's not. Kind of like that Santa Claus song. If you're naughty or nice, well, if you're not tipping on DoorDash, they can see and decide to prioritize you. So that's a little tip about DoorDash as we move forward with the Zone of Genius show. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. I am so glad you're here. Let's take a quick commercial break. Thanks to the people at Keep for being a kind of a sponsor of this show. And if you're interested in using Keep or marketing automation in your business, just DM me the word Keep, Keap, and I will hook you up. Check this out from Keep. Those on IG. Listen, those who are watching.
Meet Keep, the all-in-one CRM sales and marketing automation platform that's so much more than just email. It's game-changing automation with over 20 years of helping small businesses reach the next level. With Keep, you can generate more leads, follow up flawlessly to make them happy clients, then convert them into superfans. And that becomes more repeat business, more referrals, and more raving reviews. Keep gives you back the business you actually want to run. So let's grow with the automation you want. Let's grow with the support you need. Let's grow with Keep.
Take action now. Get started with Keep at keepnow.com/BWC. That's keepnow.com/BWC. We are back, everybody. Again, my name is Ramon Ray. If you want to use Keep in your business, just DM me Keep, the vid app. I see you in the IG, and I see the amazing Deanna Copper with that baller yellow sweater. I will bring you up in about 10 minutes as we go forward here. DoorDash, don't tip. If you don't tip, you will get a slower delivery. Point number 4, ding, 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 ding. Moving to tip number 5, bad habits. Bad habits of successful people. Did you know that most highly successful people are limited by bad habits? Says Inc. Bad habits are no good. Good habits are good. There's a book called Atomic Habits, and I'm sure there's other books on that. We'll talk to Deanna Cotton about that in a few minutes. But bad habits can be bad for you. That was a dad joke. But bad habits are no good. So here's what the article says. I'm going to read this here, and I'm going to review these with Deanna in a few minutes. The overwhelming desire to add our 2 cents. Using emotional volatility as a management tool. The inability, listen to this, people. The inability to give praise or rewards. These are some habits I'm sure we can all do better in. Saying praise and rewards, saying thank you, saying I appreciate you. That's an important mark of a good leader. Move on. Ding, 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 ding. Point number 6. Before that, I hope to see you all at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards coming up in New York City with Seth Godin, Mike McAllowitz, and others. Zoneofgenius.com/awards. Zoneofgenius.com/awards. Also, look at that link. Nominate yourself to be on stage with me to win the Entrepreneur Genius of the Year award. So you can join me on stage. Next week is our challenge, our Celebrity CEO Challenge. Join me live if you want to get more help in podcasting, help in email marketing, marketing, help in social media marketing, join me for our Celebrity CEO Challenge as well. Yeah, no problem, Deanna. Bring me a coffee as well, please, preferably with a little squirt of sugar in it, that thing from Starbucks. You can, little sugar thing, and some cream, Deanna. Please bring me a coffee too. We'll figure out if StreamYard has a way to send coffee virtually. About 10 more minutes, Deanna, give or take. So, ding, 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 ding. AI point number 6. Tim is here as well. AI, don't ignore it to power your business. I just want to keep reminding you, AI is powerful. If you're ignoring the use of AI in your business, you are going to lose. AI is a real thing. AI can help you do faster, better, speedier. I'm using AI even more than regular search engine searches to help me create copy, to help me scale, to help me think, to help me get ideas, help me write better copy. My wife is using it for her Etsy descriptions. I want to remind you, if you're not using AI, you should be using it. Best gifts under $100. Now, I don't have a list of best gifts under $100 right now. I don't have that right now. But, actually, I do. This comes from our friends at the New York Times. I'm curious, what kind of gift would you want to have? There's a 3D doodler that you can use. There's the Belkin Boost Charger Plus Gizmo. I think a charger could be a nice gift. What do you think about that? Who wants a charger for Christmas or the holidays? A rough linen, the original linen pinafore apron. A Lodge 6-quart enameled cast iron Dutch oven. There's a lot of things we can get for people. Earbuds. Naked running band. I don't know what that is. Good for long distance runners or always prepared types. Bounce-free waistband. Waistband to put your wallet in. So my point being, as the holidays are coming, let's be thoughtful about what we get people for the holidays. Hey, Tim joined, and Dominique's joined, and others are joining on IG side. If you want to join me, just put the join Ramon little button there. You know how to do it. Join, invited to the live stream, and I will bring you up in about 10 minutes. Reminder, ding, 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 ding. Point 8, we got 2 more points to go. SEO is important, people. Do you know that zoneofgenius.com is growing because of our SEO? We started to list events, and just even because of the events we're listing, our SEO is growing. Google has indexed it, and it's growing. SEO is important. I use WordPress for one of my sites, and I use Yoast as a cool plugin to help me leverage the power of SEO better. It's working. Hey, Beverly joined us as well on IG. So SEO is important. And if you want to see the video and see things I'm doing here, check us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or YouTube. YouTube is Zone of Genius. Yes, please do subscribe. Share this out. Tag me so I see you're watching after the show. I'll amplify you. Tag me and take a little screenshot and share this out. Let people know you're watching the Ramon Ray Show, the Zone of Genius Show. Ding, 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 ding. Tip number 9. This is really cool. 5 skills every marketer should say needs. My friend Mark Schaefer. I love that Vita PD is saying, building my empire with the tools of my AI. Absolutely. Mark Schaefer is an amazing mind in marketing, and he talks about some tools that every marketer needs, and I wanted to share that with you. Number 1, everybody has to be a socializer. You have to be able to network and socialize. The second S skill is be a scientist. Third, you must be a good storyteller. The fourth one is to be a strategist. Marketing does not happen by accident. And fifth, I'm adding a 5th S to the skills every marketer needs today: synthesizer. Check out Mark Schaefer's article on this, a really good article. Look up Mark Schaefer, Schaefer, on his blog, The 5 Skills Every Marketer Needs Today. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope this is useful. Ding, 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 as we go to point number 10. This is easy, people. Really easy. My admonition to you, my begging to you, pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Don't get cute. Don't cheat. Pay your taxes. There was a company who tried to do some cute tax stuff. It said here in the headline, IRS wins $109 million court case defeats Project Soy tax maneuver. They tried to be cute with their taxation, tried to be cute in how they were doing it. And I get it. We all want to save money, and all things are not cute per se, but trying to save money and realize that they weren't saving money. So I encourage you, please pay your taxes. Don't get too cute and try to do fancy maneuvers. Some people are like, no, I don't want to pay taxes. I'm going to show I have a zero income, zero. Well, when you're applying for credit and you're using money to grow and build wealth, well, it's going to be a little hard to do that. So you want to pay your taxes. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. Glad you're here today. And I encourage you to join me in New York City at the Zone of Genius Conference and Awards. zoneofgenius.com/awards, zoneofgenius.com/awards. I want to see you there in New York City live with me on stage. Also, don't forget to check out our Celebrity CEO Challenge and happening next week. CelebrityCEO.com/challenge, CelebrityCEO.com/challenge. Join our all new Celebrity CEO Challenge. How did you like today's show? Many of you have joined on IG. Many of you are joining us on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on YouTube. I hope you're taking some screenshots and sharing it out. I can't wait to see it after I finish this show. In just a few minutes, we're going to bring up Deanna Cotton, who's going to join us. In a few minutes, you got time, Deanna, but I'm glad you're here today. And a reminder, this episode is brought to you by Keep. I'm going to run that one more time for you. Marketing automation is so important. And I think some of you are not using marketing automation to the best you can. I've been using Keep. There's other tools as well that work. And I want you to hear this one more time before we jump in. And by the way, if you're on IG and you want to join me, you have a question for me, feel free to raise your hand and join me. Let me see here. The Vida PBD, let me know. Are you ready? Would you like to join me live on stage? Let me know if you want to. Just put a yes if you did. I think you said it was by accident. But if anybody wants to join me on the IG side, you can just hit that request to join Ramon on live video, and I'll bring you up. But let me make sure. The Vida PBD, I think it is. Good, you wanted to. So let me bring you up right now. And then I see Deanna Cotton getting ready there. Let's see. Okay. So let's see who this is. I'm always a trusting person. Let's go. I don't know if we follow each other, but let's go. And Deanna, when you're ready, I'll see you get there and take your time, get your coffee ready, stir that up, and we'll get ready to go. So let's see if the Vita's going to join me. I put a yes on there. This is the time when we go to you. Mark is here. What's up, Mark? Glad you're here today as well. Glad you're here with me. If you wanted to join me on IG, do that. And Deanna has her coffee. She's sitting tight. Deanna, you ready to go? Give me a thumbs up. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bingo. Deanna Cotton, how are you today?
Good morning, Ramon.
Good morning. Good morning.
What is this light? What is that?
That's beautiful. No, it looks great. I don't see anything at all. It looks beautiful and lovely. And everybody on IG, you're hearing the voice of Deanna Cotton. Deanna, tell people who you are, what you do, who you serve, and then we'll dive into hearing some of your comments on what I shared. The mic is yours. Talk to us.
Cool. My name is Deanna Cotton. I'm a certified Business Made Simple coach. We help startup and struggling business owners generate their first $100,000 in revenue and dispel the myth that they are 2 to 3 years away from a paycheck because we think you should freaking get paid if you're in business.
Wait a minute. So you said if we're in business, we should get paid? That's what you said?
Pay yourself first? It's weird.
Yes.
It's a weird concept.
Who would have thought, Deanna? Let's dive into some of the things I shared today, Deanna. Let's see. I always try to get the views. Let's see. Add to stage. I'm playing with the different views here. When I get money and have like a big producer company, we'll do it that way. But let's see. I'm playing with some of the... Yeah. Interesting. I don't like that one. I get, this two on the side. It's okay. Not bad. But Deanna, I'm just going to go through these real quick. If you have a pen handy, or I'm sure you have a great memory, and then I'll take it off screen. But we talked about pay your taxes. We can touch on that, and we can touch about a few things. Or you can just say, stop, Ramon, I want to touch on that. Paying your taxes. We talked about, from Mark Schaefer, 5 skills every marketer needs, Deanna. We talked about the power of SEO. It's important. I shared about how I'm growing my business with SEO. Best gifts for under $100. We talked about AI. Don't ignore it for your business, Deanna. I know you're all over that for your clients and company. Yeah. Bad habits. We had a lot of people saying bad habits, Ramon. That is no bueno. We talked about DoorDash. That was a fun little segment. Make sure you tip your people. Then people don't know. Now I know a hack. They can see who's tipping or not. So if your food is slow, now you know why. Free, Deanna. You mentioned that just now. That could be something we talk about. Just people want to have a free model. I think free models can work, Deanna, but I think be careful for most of us. We talked about toxic team members, kind of to get them out or don't hire them, coming to an end here, and then mastering your calendar and task management. So Deanna Cotton, talk to us. What kind of resonated with you that you want to bring up today to talk about, which makes sense for you?
As I'm writing, I'm like that one and check mark and that one and all of it. Wow, this is so hard. So I have a real passion for this whole tipping idea, only because I think we're hitting this tipping fatigue, and people forget that because Qdoba is asking for you to leave 20% at fast food, that when you go to a sit down restaurant, those waitresses are making $2.13 an hour and we're not tipping them. We're not
So
giving
meaning
them.
clarify, you think you're from the side of that you should tip and tip well, or you're from the
Yeah.
side that you're overwhelmed with tipping and we
So
shouldn't?
I'm overwhelmed with tipping, and I
Okay.
think there's not enough education out there about who is making I don't even want to call it a livable wage, but who's making
Yes.
an actual decent wage versus who is not. And it used to be that a sit down restaurant was very obvious. They are not making, they're making $2.13 an hour. Their paycheck is the tip that you
Right.
leave. And now there is so many companies asking. And so, my daughter was a barista at $15 an hour and they were still asking for tips. And, and so, yeah, she was like, but then she goes back into the restaurant industry and she's making $60 a day because people are leaving either no tip or the same tip that they're leaving at Qdoba or at Starbucks, where they're making a decent wage. We won't get into the conversation about wages because that's a whole different ball game. I don't think the wages are fair in general, but I mean, they're making a very different wage at places like Qdoba and Taco Bell. Why are we asking for tips here when now we're forgetting we have to tip these people at a sit down restaurant?
I got it. And everybody, you're hearing the voice of Deanna Cotton and the Vita. I hear you and see you're there. We'll try that later on. Sorry you couldn't come up right now. It's an IG issue, but thank you for that. So tipping is important. People need to make a living, but I think what I'm hearing you say, Deanna, is that maybe it's a societal issue, a business issue above just the consumer, but what can we do about it? What else hit you
I
up,
actually
Deanna?
think business owners just need to get on top of this, right?
Yeah.
Like business owners, restaurant owners need to get on top of it and find a better way to include that tip in the receipt. So yeah, moving on. That one actually just hit my mom heartstrings.
I get it.
My mama heartstrings, but on the business side of things, I think the one that hits me the most, Ramon, and the one that I could not wait to talk to you about at some point in time, and I know I've messaged you about this before, is AI.
AI. Okay, so everybody, this is Deanna Cotton.
Yeah.
We're going to have a master class for the next 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever it is, about AI. So let's see, Deanna, how are you using it? What are you telling people? Should they be afraid of it? Would you say the people who are not using AI, like they're going to be left behind? And I know I asked Deanna Cotton 75 questions in the space of 7 seconds, but I know she can handle it. Deanna, the mic is yours. Talk to us. AI.
Well, Ray Kurzweil had a quote that went out, and I know I texted that to you because I was like, oh my gosh, it just hit me sideways. And it said, if your business is not using AI, you will be closed in 5 years. Ooh, I mean, what? It took it to a whole new level because I think we know we need to be using it, right?
Right.
And technically we're using it even in ways that we don't realize we are, right?
That's
I think I kind of got scared by all these like new ideas and new ways, Chat GPT and all these things that we could use. We were already using it with maps and autocorrect. And there were many things we already hated about it, So I mean, we already kind of come in with this idea that like, oh, AI, it's very scary. I don't think that we need to be scared of it, but I still sometimes wonder if I'm missing something, Ramon. And that's conversation I would love to have.
And that's the FOMO in a way, isn't it? There's all kind of tools out there. You can use it for music, for making multiple copies of Deanna. So that FOMO, I think, will be there like it was with DOS. PCs and all that, but continue on. But I think AI for sure, I'm using it. And I think for the smaller businesses that are not, I must say, Deanna's competing with you or competing with me in a good way. If she's using AI in these tools, she'll be able to scale faster and just do more better than I will. Keep going.
Oh, absolutely. Right back at you, Ramon, right? I mean, the running joke, and we've said this on your show before, is that when we grow up, we'll be just like Ramon. So keep doing what you're doing, Ramon, because when we grow up, we just want to be like you. So I am not scared of AI. I actually think it's a very powerful tool. I think it's going to be incredible as we are learning to use some of these tools and implement them into our businesses. And just the time that we save is incredible. And I am not worried. I know that there's been some talk about AI stealing our content. You know what? If AI steals my content, then I did something really cool. That's how I look at it.
And let me put some context in that. I think that you're right about that. And I think that who's scared today, I don't know if I have to be worried about it because a lot of my content, you can find that on YouTube in general. I'm guessing not that you don't have IP, but much of what we do, Zig Ziglar, and George Washington said it. We're just implementing people. And by the way, I want to shout out to the Vita saying, it doesn't scare me. I've taken it by the horns. But to your point, I think that in fairness, those OGs, like the person who wrote the huge book, the 5 million words that only came from their heart, they're kind of saying, AI, you taught your engines with my hard work. So that level, I get to a degree. They're like, if you're making billions, drop mama some change. whole nother different
Right.
conversation, but I get it. So
Yep.
no,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
scare me either as well. So AI, what else, Deanna, did we talk about today that touched you? And again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Zone of Genius show. We are live on Instagram. You're hearing the voice of Deanna Cotton. I'm sure you can find her. What is the business name? It's not Empire. It's
Jumpstart. Yeah.
I was
Jumpstart
close.
Business Builders. Yeah. So maybe we
Jumpstart
could talk
Business
about
Builders.
free.
Okay, let's do it. So I talked
Yeah.
about the aspect. There was an article that came out, Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Washington Post, somewhere, and talking about free. And a business owner was saying how they, a startup was saying how they started their model first with free, which is not bad, Deanna, like Hotmail, Yahoo, you build up free and monetize it. But talk about that. I don't know where you stand. Is it good, or is that kind of a danger for most regular small business owners? Talk to us, Deanna.
Yeah, I think it can be a danger. You can find yourself when you start off free, you establish a foundation of freebie seekers. And it took me a number of years, actually, most of those years that I was trying to find my way into that $100,000 in revenue, I was actually trying to find my way out of the freebie seeking market. I had incredible value to offer. And I mean, these companies, I'm watching them scale to 6 and 7 figures, but they're like, oh, we're not sure if we can pay you, And so it really has a lot to do with your confidence as a small business owner and your confidence in your products or your services, right? And the more confidence that you have in your products or services, the more you are okay to charge for those products or services. So I do believe that you can set yourself up for danger, for sure, if you are setting your business up on a freebie foundation. I think it's just a dangerous place to walk into. Now, that sounds kind of odd because we help startup businesses. How many small businesses have money when they start, right? So we found ourselves in an awkward position too. While we had been able to find the money and we were able to make money, it was definitely not what we wanted to be making, but we were paying the bills, right? And I was making a paycheck, by the way. So I was like,
which is a good thing. Many businesses, when they first start up, me included, you may not be able to pay yourself. So I know they ask that on Shark Tank, don't they? Oh, you made 500,000 this year. Did you pay yourself? Either answer is good, but they're like, oh, you paid yourself and you made a profit. Continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, you come into this market of this startup businesses and or struggling business owners, right? Like if they're struggling because they don't have the cash flow to grow their business, but they need your services to grow their business. It's like a vicious cycle, right? Yeah. And that's where we had to tap into something very unique that I think a lot of small business owners don't think of. So I hope this is the best coaching advice that you can take away with you today if you are building on a free model. And that is to optimize your product or your service, right? So what we did, because we obviously serve a very low paying clientele, is we started our blog and our podcast to serve with free material, right? That serves a purpose for marketing. It serves a purpose for SEO, and it provides valuable free resources.
And less time for you. Deanna doesn't have to get out of bed and go somewhere. It runs 24. Go ahead.
I can't spend any more time on those phone calls, right? Like if I know you can't pay me, I just can't be on those phone calls, like period, right? But I still want to serve you because I've been where you're at. I know what that's like to have $0 and need to grow my business. And then we optimized that product. We took our one-on-one coaching program and we developed a 12-week coaching series. And we literally give it a freaking way for $97. Like, you will grow your business with this. Will you need more than that? Absolutely.
But by the way, is it live right now? Something that's now, or that was back in remind us how to reach you for those listening. This is Deanna Cotton, but those just remind us slowly the name of the business or the website address. Give us that again.
Yeah, jumpstartbb.com. And if you scroll down, we have 3 choices to pick from, a 3-tier product system that we use. We use it in our own business and we teach our clients to do it as well. And it's only $97, but that was how we served a freebie market. And so if you are building your business foundation on freebie seekers, look at ways that you can serve them and save time. And I just gave you the ways that we did it. I think Ramon does it really well. Maybe that wasn't his reason for doing it, but I think Ramon does that. I can't tell you how much I've learned from you.
Thank you. This. And by the way, Deanna, let me tell you, our stylist is in the house. Let me quote the Vida PPD. Thanks for being here. The Vida Baby says, Deanna Cotton's beautiful. I'm ad-libbing. Let me just say what she said, Deanna. I hyperbole sometimes. But the short of it is, she says, love the mustard. So you have a fan out there who loves your sweater. I do too. It pops. It looks so good. Everything, the whole thing. And nobody said anything. Do you know, Deanna, I woke up this morning. I even thought about what kind of hairstyle I should have. I took the right shirt out. Nobody's saying, Ramon, we like how you did your hair. Nobody's saying, Ramon, that shirt is popping. Nobody.
Those glasses, them shades.
Thank
I
you.
mean, Ramon.
Listen, Deanna Cotton, it is 38 after the hour. This is Ramon Ray, the Zone of Genius show, hanging out with my friend Deanna Cotton. You should definitely see her Jumpstart.
BB.com.
JumpstartBB.com, JumpstartBB.com. But if you do Google Jumpstart, you Google Deanna Cotton, you will come up. Definitely you want to find her and get her to help your business. Thanks for those of you been in the chat as well. Deanna, let's think of one or two more things we should talk about as we get ready to close the show. I think you were taking some notes, so I won't scroll. Actually, I can scroll through it. Time management we touched on. We already touched on AI, talk to people. Free. I think that's the main lesson learned. Free, you can do stuff with free. But be careful about doing, and that's all with pricing and too low and selling cheap and competing against Kmart, which very few of us can do. So, Deanna, what's one or two more things that you want to share with us today? Another topic.
Ooh, should we go ahead and tap into bad habits?
Let's do it.
Let's
do it. So, bad habits, everybody. We all have habits.
Of my own.
Hey, so let's do that. I'm going to say some bad habits I have, if you don't mind. Say some bad habits you have. Let me think of bad habits. I think. Okay, Deanna, I can't, this is kind of personal, so I just want to share it with you. So I don't want to share with everybody. Let me just see. You have a nice comment here. Yes. So, nice comment here. So here's the thing. I guess one of my bad habits is, I won't say that one. I have a lot of bad.
You're like, wait, what?
Okay. Here's a bad habit. And you have to promise that you can't go, you can't go look horrified, stoic face. So get ready. I'm preparing you.
Probably do it.
Okay. Some of the dishes I wash in my home, they're not perfectly clean. Like when you take out the fork, you still see some egg between the fork.
Yep.
What about you, Deanna? Tell me one of your habits.
I live with two boys. I have an 18-year-old son and a husband. So, I can totally understand that. So, I have severe ADHD.
Okay.
And I leave shoes laying around
That's cute.
Over the house, and it drives my family insane. So I have a pair of shoes at the couch. I have a pair of shoes at this chair. I have a pair at the front door. I have a pair at the foot of the bed. I have a pair in the bathroom, and I have a pair when I get off the bed. So I have flip-flops everywhere. Everywhere. So we've been married for almost 18 years, still drives my husband absolutely crazy.
I love it. Okay, so let's get into that. What about as a leader? So those are some fun things, and they are serious things, meaning with our spouses and family, it's kind of like, but let's talk about that seriously. We were serious already, but leaders who are in companies, bad habits are no bueno, not good. They talked about one which grabbed me. They talked about one, Deanna, of not giving compliments. That could be a bad habit. They talked about one of always feeling you need to say and but, things like this. But Deanna, for you, what are some bad habits that you can think we leaders can do, or wherever you want to go with this, but bad habits? Talk to us.
Ooh, okay. Now I got to really tap into that.
Take it wherever you want to take it. Take it wherever you want to take
it. Because there really is. There's just so much. I actually think probably one of the worst habits that we can get into is just not showing up consistently. So I was trying to find the right way to word that, because it's kind of the difference between just a side hustle and a real strong, profitable, growing business. Is just showing up consistently. So, we can always tell when somebody's not serious about their business, because sometimes there's a note on the door that says, we're just open whenever we can be. Or, they cancel meetings all the time. That's a big one. You know what? If you are a leader and you are canceling meetings all the time, I mean, I get things happen, things come up, and sometimes we have to cancel a meeting or we can't make it to something. But canceling meetings, that's a really big one. If you are consistently canceling meetings with the same people, they are going to start to notice that you're not consistent. So
it shows you're not a priority, Deanna. I mean, think of me and you. I keep canceling, especially if you're leading it. Right. In that case, Deanna, I would say what to do about it. I would say, probably a meeting you don't maybe have to attend, let go, and or have the meeting more infrequent, have it shorter, something you got to do. And Danette, the strategy lady, is like, show up consistently. Continue on that, showing up. I think it's important.
I actually think just kind of leads you right into task management and managing our schedules really well. And if we're hitting a point in our businesses where we can no longer manage our own schedules really well, we need to get some help, and we need to stop thinking we can do it all on our own, right? That's kind of a bad habit too. I know it's different than not washing the dishes, right? Or leaving our shoes laying around, or having 32 lip glosses laying around everywhere. That's a very different thing. But I mean, as small business leaders, sometimes we think we can just do it all. And frankly, I'm not always impressed when you're can do it all your own self. Like it's like toddler stage, right?
That's
So
right.
sometimes you're gonna break out of that toddler stage. Like I know you do it your own self right now, but this is what is reflecting on the other side in that consistency and the lack thereof. So yeah, that's probably a really, really big one. I don't know. Do you have anything to offset that one really, Ramon? Because consistency is probably really, really big for me.
No, that's a big one. And that's actually
Mhm.
doing this show, Deanna. No joke. I said, can Ramon consistently do something at 10 a.m. every day? It means I'm going to have to give up things, wake up earlier. There's, as you may know, you're a professional.
Travel.
There's the prep, right? Beforehand. Yes, travel, of course. If travel,
Yep.
I've said, if I'm traveling, no, I won't do it. So I've made that commitment to myself where I said I'm going to do it every day, 10 a.m. But if I'm traveling, I've already told the audience, right? I've said, if I'm that, there will not be a show, or in the rare case, something comes before it. But I'm committed to 30 days of a daily show because now why am I doing it? Thank you, Deanna. I think it's one, good marketing. That's
Absolutely.
one. Two, going back to what do I do best? Deanna has a mind. Again, if it's not true, just wrote me here. Numbers and strategy and business. Yeah, I built 5 businesses, Deanna. It's not my core strength. But what I love doing is entertainment, as you kind of know.
I love it. Yeah,
I love hosting entertainment.
There's a whole lot of energy at 10 a.m. every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I said, if I'm going to do that, Deanna, let me now show up every day and do the show that I want to be on CNBC, Yahoo, bigger. So that's my going back to showing up. It's true.
You'll do it. Because of that, you'll do it. There's like no doubt in my mind that Ramon won't do. He will do it. He will do it. What an inspiration, right? But consistency. And that is something that I've noticed with you, Ramon, and because I've followed you for a long time. And we aligned so much even before I found Celebrity CEO. We aligned so much in the thought on blogging and marketing that I was like, this is my guy, right? But you have consistently showed up. That's why you're where you're at, right? You've consistently showed up. And I mean, every single day on stories, every single day on stories. Guys, that's marketing, like marketing 101.
You're right.
Right?
It's funny, Deanna, you don't even know who sees you. Lamar Tyler, one of my coaches, I invested in his program. It's about $30,000 a year. You may know him. Lamar Tyler, traffic sales and profit. And, and thank you for saying that. But he's like, somebody, I'm like, he mentioned it one day on a coaching call with about 100 people. He said, y'all don't know he's eating chips. Ramon shows up every day. I'm like, Lamar sees me? I was like, oh my God. So this is amazing. Deanna Cotton, one more time. Deanna, I'm gonna put some music on. Tell us, spend a few seconds here. Tell us what you do, who you serve, but you got to say it to music. So hold on one second. We got to put some music on. We're going to close the show in a bit here, but tell us what you do, who you are, who you serve, who you want to talk to. Take your time and talk to us, Deanna Cotton.
My name is Deanna Cotton, certified business made simple coach. At Jumpstart Business Builders, we are helping startup and struggling business owners generate their first $100,000 in revenue and dispel the myth that they are 2 to 3 years away from getting a paycheck. We do that through coaching, courses, and group masterminds.
I love it. My name is Ramon Ray. This is the Zone of Genius show. If you're looking for a speaker at your next event, call me. If you're looking to have a laugh, call me. Don't forget to join our Celebrity CEO Challenge next week, celebrityceo.com/challenge. If you're looking to grow your business, if you at 65K, 75K, 85K, 99K, and your mama said, you can't do it. Your daddy said you can't do it. Your friend said you can't do it. Call Deanna Cotton, Strategy Business Builders, and her team will help you grow your business. Deanna Cotton, thanks for being with me today. I'm going to see if this works. I'm trying to do like the real people do. They have that outgoing thing, majiggy, so I have that prepared. I'm going to do that right now. Thank you, Deanna. I appreciate you. Let's see if this works. You're welcome, Deanna. Hang with me. You know how to reach me every day, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually about 30 minutes after the hour, I bring on people. We got some hearts going on the IG side. So Deanna Cotton, I'm going to run this video right now. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you, Ramon.
And that was the Zone of Genius show. Thanks for being here, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Unless I'm traveling, the Zone of Genius show. Share it out, share it out, share it out. Ending this stream. You're right. Oh, Hope, you are so welcome, Hope. Ending the stream right now.